For Shido and Origami, they had less than 24 hours. 24 hours to get their plan into motion. And unfortunately, they'd have to be working with a reversed flash to pull it off. In order for their plan to be put into effect, Shido had to offer Reverse Flash something. After all, if he was going to be going out of his way to help the Flash, he needed something in return. So what exactly are you going to give me, Shido? Granted, you're not the man that I hate, but you look just like him, so I don't feel comfortable helping out any kind of Flash without proper compensation. You need to charge your time sphere, don't you? You even know about the time sphere. Man, tell me, what is the future like? If you know all of this, then I gotta say, some interesting stuff must have, that's not the point. You need to charge your time sphere, don't you? A power source? That was the alternative plan, yes. I was originally trying to get my hands on a spirit named Nightmare. I take it you know of her? I've crossed her path. I see. So you have the same trouble I do, huh? Her ability to manipulate time, she's quite a handful, isn't she? Let's focus on the objective, Shido would say. You need my power to send you back. Charging up the time sphere, it'll allow you to jump from this reality back to your own bubble, or however it is you put it. Trying to undo the flash print. Oh. Sorry about that. Dealing with a few side effects here and there. Nothing to worry about. But yes, in order to undo flash print, you have to do the impossible. What we're trying to do is the equivalent of taking red paint, yellow paint, that's been mixed into orange paint, and trying to separate the two colors. Something that theoretically should be impossible, but not necessarily. Once I'm able to charge up the time sphere, I can push myself out of this portion of a universe that has nothing to do with me, and I can go back to my own and continue what I started. That's what I want. And you have the power to do that. I have 6 spirits sealed inside of me. If we include Origami, that would make 7. Origami looked to Shido but said nothing. She didn't think that he would want to seal her power. She's not going to want it after this mission anyway. I'm pretty sure with the power of 7 spirits, the potential of 7 spatial quakes, charging up your time sphere, it should be more than enough to get you out of here and out of our lives. Well, no. I only thought that it was a theory, but it's not a theory. I've seen it. So I was able to complete it. Yeah, you were. But that's the funny thing. If I was able to complete it in the future, then how come you're offering it to me now unless... You son of a bitch. You stopped me, didn't you? Yeah. No. I lost to a 16-year-old. With all due respect, you really pissed me off that day. I don't care. There's no way in hell I lost to you. Not to someone like you. You trained me. Better than anyone else. I bet you're probably enjoying this, aren't you? You think that you have all the cards in your hand. You think you've got this whole situation figured out. let me tell you, you don't know the half of it. I'll work with you. I'll work with you both. We hunt down this phantom of a spirit. We kill it. You give me your power, all of it. I power up my time sphere and I get out of this godforsaken universe. That's what I want. And don't even think about coming back. Oh, don't worry. I don't have a plan to. I've got people to destroy, worlds to conquer. I got a lot of better things to do than worry about you kids and your damn melodrama. You can go back to having all your precious little dates or whatnot. I really don't give a damn. But I will say this. You might have got lucky in the future, but you have played your hand with me, boy. You try to cross me. You try to betray me, and yeah, you're gonna haunt me in my timeline for the rest of my life, yada, yada, yada. How many times do I have to hear this damn speech? I see Flash put on his big boy pants today. I like it. Well, since you're so eager, let's get started. We've got material to gather up, and we don't have all day, so try and keep up. Much to Origami's dismay, Shido would follow the Reverse Flash. Together, they raced around the world, gathering different materials and things that they would need. Not all of it, none of it in the legal way. But for Shido, ethics, morals, all of that was going out the window. Even for Kurumi, as she was watching from the future, was a surprise. She'd never seen Shido like this. Hardly speaking, hardly even a smile. The way that he and the Reverse Flash were able to move in and out of various warehouses, various laboratories, stealing all the material that they would need. Of course, a few times Reverse Flash found a couple of security guards that he was more than ready to kill, but Shido always stopped them. Their objective was to steal the material. There was no need for taking unnecessary life. You're no fun, Flash. But don't worry. We'll break that habit of yours soon enough. I wouldn't bet on it. Once they had everything they needed, the Reverse Flash would enter themselves into Flash time. He and Shido being able to move quicker than the eye could see. What would be minutes, maybe even a couple of minutes, could be hours, days for anyone else. I'd be careful if I were you. You're operating in Flash time. If you're not careful, you'll fall on your butt at Mach speed. And I'll tell you this, it hurts like hell. What do we need to do? You just need to follow my instructions. Right now, we're trying to build a fully functional time sphere on just less than 24 hours notice. And that's not to say all the tests and other calculations that we're going to have to take with this thing. So Flash time would be the best option. Let's get to work. Together, Shido and the Reverse Flash would work on the time sphere. Not many words were spoken between the two of them. A few, put this here and screw that bolt. Instructions. Hardly any other form of interaction between them. But the Reverse Flash would break the silence at one point. Tell me this, Shido. What do you think about being the Flash? What do I think? It hurt like hell. I had Toka's sword ran through my chest. At the same time, I was hit by lightning. And somehow, that concoction of events gave me the powers of speed. Dr. Wells, Ratasker, they helped me. I thought I was making a difference, but I should have acted sooner. I see. Hesitation, and it cost you. I just don't get it. Why go through all of this? What could you possibly want so badly? You wouldn't know the half of it. Try me. What is all of this? Your obsession with this Barry guy, or he is far from just a guy. He is the man that stole everything from me. How? In the future, far off in the future, in the 31st century, I looked up to the Flash. He was my idol, my hero. And somehow, through experimentation, I gained speed for myself. But just before I could debut myself to the world, to save a crowd of people, to show them a new hero, he came along and saved the crowd that I was supposed to save. They were dazzled by him. It was like nothing had changed. Nothing I did could ever amount to his greatness. Jealousy? Shido said. You did all of this because of jealousy. The timelines you've destroyed, the worlds you've ruined. All for something so small. Small to you, but not to me. So what happens? What happens when you leave? What happens when you return back to your time? That's simple. I go back to finding ways to making the Flash's life a living hell. But hey, you should be grateful that it's him and not you. You're just a wannabe Flash, nothing special. The product of Flashprint. That's all. Eventually, the time sphere would be complete, and all that was left to do was to analyze Zakeda's dagger. So, I was even able to make a replica of Zakeda's powers. You did it in spirit form, Origami said. You created my astral dress, an artificial spirit. I have to say, my finest work. So what's the plan? Simple. I have drones forming a barrier around Tengu City. It'll detect any spirit activity. Once it does, we'll pinpoint where the spirit is, and Origami will take it out with the dagger. Another spirit's power to add to my collection. Once that's done, we'll work on removing the spirit powers from you, Shido, and Origami. Afterwards, I charge up my time sphere, and I get the hell out of here. But as for you all, well, you're free to do whatever you want. I don't really care. I have a few things I need to set up, so you two just wait for my signal. The Reverse Flash would disappear, leaving Shido and Origami alone. Of course, there wasn't a lot to say between them either. Shido still hadn't gotten over the fact that Origami had killed all of his friends in their timeline. Now, the only thing they could do was set things right in the past, but would anything ever be set right between them? He wanted to hate her. He wanted to feel that rage. But really, he felt it to himself. Snart was right. He didn't want to admit it, but Snart was right. They were at war with DEM. If he had acted sooner, if he had stopped them when he had the chance, Westcott wouldn't have been able to work with the Reverse Flash. They wouldn't have been able to make the cicada artificial spirit. Origami wouldn't have had the power to do what she did. But no, Shido was indecisive. He chose to remain defensive. And now he had to pay the price for it. For that, he couldn't blame Origami. He could only blame himself. For Origami, she didn't want to hurt Shido. She loved him. But her hatred had gotten the better of her. And as much as she felt guilty over it, she couldn't deny that it was cathartic. Killing them one by one. For all the pain that it caused her, it released just as much. And now she felt conflicted. For either of them, they didn't know what the future held. The only thing they could do now was fight so that there would be a future. Eventually, there would be a ping. 2 or 3 or 4. There were multiple readings. The Reverse Flash telling the two of them where they were and what they needed to do. Origami flew off instantly, leaving Shido to his own devices, as he went following in the other direction for any more signals. Eventually, it led him to the presence of an astral being that took the form of a girl. "Stay on guard, Shido," Kurumi said. "Are you the spirit?" "I am Phantom. It is so nice to meet you. To see you again, Shido Itsuka. You know me? You don't remember. That's okay. You will in due time. Look, it's not safe for you to be here right now." "And why is that?" "There are people out here that want to kill you. And you don't. As much as I'd like to, I don't want you to die. You haven't done anything, nothing yet. So, you can help me out here, right?" "I cannot." "Why not? Why do you know what you're going to get people killed, and it's okay, Shido. You must understand for yourself." It was just then that Origami would be hovering above them. She saw the spirit, Phantom, and began to rain down torrents of energy towards them both. Shido would move out of the way, yelling at Origami to stop. If she kept this up, she was going to be hitting innocent people, but Origami saw red. She saw her opportunity. This is what they came back for, right? This was their time to finish it. She continued to chase after the spirit as they raced through the streets. Shido following behind, getting civilians and moving people out of the way. She was firing in every direction, and Shido had to try to save and protect everyone. But there was also something else. He was getting slower. It was a gradual decline, but he could feel it. But why? Why what? Thawne. Shido would look to the intercoms to speak with him. "What did you do?" Shido. You really think that I could trust you? You have the power of 6 spirits at your disposal. I don't know what you could do with that. This is just my insurance policy. Origami should have more than enough power to kill your phantom spirit. I just need to make sure that you two don't have the power to double cross me when this is over. People are going to die. Turn off the barrier now or... That's not going to happen. You're not fast enough to get to any of the drones to shut down the barrier, and even if you were, I'd be able to stop you. Follow the plan. Don't tempt me. And everything will work out. Thon! Thon, you! Shido! Shido! Kurumi would yell to him. Shido, your body, I'll be fine. Origami, I need to find Origami. Origami was continuing her chase after Phantom, continuing to shoot down as Shido would follow, his speed decreasing further and further as he attempted to save more and more people. After moving about and saving 2 more children from Origami's blatant fire, he saw down the road Origami's parents and Origami herself. And with the way that the beams were falling, he knew Shido would begin racing down the street, only to be stopped in that moment by the reverse flash. Where do you think you're going? Stop it! If she keeps this up, she's going to... I know. Isn't it funny? You know, I thought something about Origami's story wasn't adding up when I asked her to describe how her parents died. And then I thought, there's no way. But Reverse Flash would pin down Shido, holding up his head and making him watch. Don't you think? What if we're in the middle of a paradox? Thon, please, no! Listen here. You really think that I was ever going to work with a Flash? That I'd ever get help from a Flash? Of all people, a Flash. You must truly be out of your damn mind. No, I'm going to make you watch. I'm going to make you suffer, just like you made me suffer in the future, right? I had a chance to get home and you stopped me. You stopped me? No, no one stops me. Nobody. Now watch. Watch! Origami! Origami! Stop! The final beam would shoot down. Phantom would move out of the way. And Origami's parents would be killed in the process. As a younger Origami looked up to the one of the future, only to see the silhouette of a spirit. The anger and vitriol that she had always had in her heart. It now came full circle. But for Origami of the future, she knew. The one that had killed her parents. The one that sent her spiraling. The one that caused her to kill her friends. It was her. No. No. No, 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 no. No. What? Stop. No, I couldn't have. I know I couldn't have. I wouldn't. Origami. Isn't this amazing? You guys. You guys came to stop the spirit that killed their parents. And it was her. Oh, God. Oh, this is rich. This is truly, truly rich. Ah! Shido would summon Sandoval as he used Toka's blade and stabbed Reverse Flash in the leg, before using Natsumi's powers, transforming it into rope, and then using Yoshinan's powers to freeze him over with ice. And with Miku's power, he sent off a sonic scream that sent the Reverse Flash flying down the street. Shido saw that Origami was panicking. Using what strength he had, he ran to where the drones were, creating the barrier to dampen his power. Using Sandoval, he slashed at one and then the other, destroying it, weakening the barrier enough to regain his strength. Once again. But this wouldn't stop the Reverse Flash, no. His super healing came into effect and he was pissed. He chased down Shido and began to beat him mercilessly. You. I am sick and tired of you. You came bossing me around, demanding me, talking to me like that. Do you know who you're dealing with, you little insignificant? I'm going to enjoy killing you. He vibrated his hand, preparing to stick it through Shido's chest and crush his heart. But he was stopped as a gun would fire at him. And Shido saw. It was Kurumi from the past. Well. The infamous nightmare chooses to show herself. Yes. And I've been wondering what you're doing out here. I find that boy to be interesting. He has the power of spirits. So if you don't mind, I'd rather you not kill him right now. That pleasure is reserved for me. Reverse Flash would attempt to take on Kurumi. And even now, Shido was beginning to see what he meant. It wasn't that he couldn't kill her, but it was just that every time he did, there was another one waiting. Her powers to manipulate and control time was definitely a lot more than what he was expecting. Shido would join in the fight as well, the Reverse Flash fighting in a 2-on-1 effort. He would attempt to fend them both off, but Shido and Kurumi would finally get the best of them when Kurumi was able to land one of her slowing time bullets, slowing down the Reverse Flash fast enough as Shido would strike him with Sandoval to the back, slashing at his spine and causing him to fall to the ground, paralyzed. Kurumi then trained her gun right at him, not knowing what move he would make. Don't make any sudden movements, okay? Shido would dissipate Sandoval as he held up his hands. Kurumi, you sent me from the future. What now? Look, Kurumi was now feeding Shido information from the future, telling him to tell the past Kurumi to touch him so that they could have a conversation. She was apprehensive, but once doing so, she was able to understand fully what had happened. So you want me to use Zofkiel to send them into the past again? Send me 1 minute into the past. What? You would waste Zofkiel just to go a minute? That's all I need. Very well then. You only get one shot at this, so don't make it a habit, Shido. The past Kurumi would use the 12th clock of Zofkiel to shoot at Shido, sending him and his consciousness back into the past, right before they began the operation. The reverse flash had just left, and Shido would chase after him. Of course, Thawne wasn't expecting Shido to be behind him. He also wasn't expecting a punch to the face. If he had seen it, he would have anticipated, but this was something he didn't see coming. Shido would then take Sandoval, summoning it forth, as he took the blade and drove it right into the reverse flash's gut, pinning him to the ground and keeping him there. You bastard! You're not going anywhere. All of this is just a game, right? Well, I'm ending it now. Shido! Shido would destroy the barrier instantly, as well as destroying the time sphere. No! You're gonna... No. Shido picked up the reverse flash, holding him as he was wounded greatly. I'm ending this, and I'm taking you with me. Once again, Shido would find himself racing through the streets, racing behind Origami as she chased after the spirit phantom. But this time, things would be different. Holding the still injured Thawne, Shido would move down the street, pushing Origami's parents out of the way, as he grabbed Thawne and held on to him for dear life, even while Thawne was continuing to try to break free. As his body was healing from the grave injury he had suffered from Shido's little surprise attack, he had enough of this. Even while injured, he took his vibrating right hand and smashed it through Shido's chest. If you want to die so badly, here you go! Let me go! Let me go! No. You and I, we go together. No. I can't be stuck here. This isn't where it ends. Shido, what are you doing? Kurumi yelled. It's all right. I'm ending this. The younger Kurumi held on to her parents, looking to the man dressed in red. I did it. He would then be vaporized in shining light. He and the man in yellow, reduced to nothing but a crater. Everything would go dark. This was the end, right? The alarm clock would ring as Shido would slowly open his eyes as he jolted himself out of bed. How am I? Shido looked around. He was in his room, his old home. The door would open as Kotori walked in. You gonna stay in bed already? Or are you gonna get up? We got school, you know. Kotori! Shido, why are you... Kotori! Oh God. Kotori, you okay? I just... Kotori kneed him in the gut as he fell over. It's not to say that I don't like the affection, but you were choking me. Seriously, hurry up and get dressed already. We have school, you know. Yeah, school. You're right. Oh. As Shido got up, he went to go and wash and prepare for school. As he did, the one thing he hadn't noticed was I still have flash powers? Shido's powers were still with him. As he was going to school with Kotari, there was something he had to check in on. Kotari, Everett Tasker, is Dr. Wells still working with us? Dr. Wells? Yeah, he works with our science and research department with his assistant, Cisco Ramon. Right. And, wait, what about Cisco, his family, and, family? What, you mean his brother Dante? He just left not too long ago. Remember, he came over to visit. He did? Are you okay, Shido? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, and Toka, Toka, everyone's good, Shido. Only one acting weird is you. Seriously, you need to go to the doctor or something? No, I'm fine. What about Origami? Who? Origami Tobiichi. Origami. Huh. Never heard of her. Anyway, see ya. As Shido went to school, he went asking around if anyone had known Origami, but everyone would deny him. I'm sorry, bro. Never heard of her. No. You're asking about some random girl? Why are you doing that? That's so lame. Okay. What was going on? Shido had saved her parents. There was no way. What could have gone wrong? Where was Origami? Safe to say he was about to get his answer. Attention class, we have a new transfer student with us today. A girl with long white hair walked into the room. Her silverish blue eyes piercing through everyone, including Shido, as she bowed and smiled happily as she introduced herself. Hi, my name's Origami Tobiichi. I'll be joining your class now. For Shido, things had definitely changed. But if it was for the better or for the worse, that only time would tell. This concludes Day Alive, Flash in Time. What if Shido was the Flash? Season 3, Part 7. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that's to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue and conclude Day Alive, Flash in Time. What if Shido was the Flash? Season 3, Part 8, the Season 3 finale. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.